Bantus came to Africa. They controlled West, Central, East, and Southern Africa. They took all the forest to pygmies to avoid the spreading of Islam. Those from the West joined Bantu Gala in the forest to shield against Muslims, and they called themselves Bar Congolo in DRC. Bantuses also called themselves Yahuns, Yehud Aramaic Hebrew, meaning Judah, which is the same capital of Cameroon today, Yaoundé. Most of the tribes in Zambian and Southern Africa can trace their roots from West and East Africa. Most of the tribes kept the Samba, Shabbat, which is still being practiced in Brazil and Cuba. Others have kept the circumcision of males among African tribes. Others lost the tradition. Most of them were killed if they kept Shabbat. Bantus were also given a title by the Muslims as the people of the book. This is because the Arabs started trading in slaves 1,000 years before the European slave trade. Hence, informed the Portuguese about the people of the book, a people cursed by God and predestined as slaves. Deuteronomy 28, 15-68. The Muslims also called the Western Sudan Yahud, which means the lost tribes of Israel. These Hebrews were also led captive into many African nations by many indigenous tribes on the west and east coast of Africa. Some were sold on the basis of losing in a war. Tribesmen would sell Hebrews directly to Europeans and Muslims. The word Congolo, ancient Kungelo, is derived from two Hebrew words. In this case, we have kun, meaning established, and gelo, or golo, means exile. Today, it is called Congo. 95 to 99 of Bayathu or Bantu slaves came from the following places along the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Zanjiland or Zanzibar in Tanzania is one of the first places where slaves came through, and more accuracy is needed to determine the percentage. Congo, DR, and Angola, 39.4%, Southeast Africa, Mozambique, and Madagascar, 4.7%, Nigeria. Delta, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon Bantu slaves, 14.6%, Senegal and Gambia, 4.8%, Guinea-Bissau and Sierra Leone, 4.1%, Liberia and Ivory Coast, 1.8%, Gold Coast, Ghana and Ivory Coast, 10.4%.